people are getting tried by the media in the public square before they actually get in front of a jury or have evidence to be presented for them. This is all about humiliating and trying someone before they even get a chance to get into the courtroom.
Such great points. That was our next guest appearing last night on The Balance with Eric Bolling. Let's continue this train of thought.
Yeah, joining us now is New York Congresswoman and member of the House Small Business and Foreign Affairs Committees, Claudia Tenney. Congresswoman, good morning, as much of a good morning as it can be. This is crazy to me that we're sitting here on a national media network discussing whether or not the FBI should have gone into the former president of the United States' house and taken a bunch of documents with no notice while they're cooperating with his legal team.
Yeah, they're out of control. This is becoming a huge problem. And as I cited there, this is, again, just a series of abuses of power by the Democrats, whether it's Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. Now you have the FBI, and the same. This has been going on ever since President Trump decided he was going to run for office. We had our former President Obama create his own administration, create a phony, pay for a phony dossier, get involved with the FBI, the Russia collusion hoax to try to bring down President Trump before he even took office. And now this whole Russia collusion hoax we know is not true. We've even got Rachel Maddow admitting that this isn't true. And so it's all about show trials. That's what the January 6th committee is. Yes, January 6th was a terrible day. It was terrible that people violated our First Amendment, caused destruction, and did the terrible things they did. But the show trial that's going on now is offensive to Americans who believe in our Constitution, because what do they see? They see the inability of these people to even give a chance to the average American, let alone the President of the United States. People that are not getting their due process rights, aren't getting to have their evidence presented. And look at J6. It is the classic Soviet-style show trial. I've said this numerous times. A show trial means that the government controls the reins of power and wants to humiliate and destroy a person in the public square. Now we have social media, which makes it even better and easier to do it without giving them the rights of due process and the ability to appear before their accusers, to present evidence. And now we have this, predetermined outcome by the J6 committee to try to destroy President Trump. That's really all this is about. And now guess what? Nobody cares about the J6 committee. The public is looking away. They're suffering under inflation. They're suffering with high gas prices. And also, guess what else happened? We just passed a phony bill called the Deficit Reduction Act, which is not what it's going to, the Inflation Reduction Act, that's not going to do it. And they want to distract, again, people away from the pain that they're feeling at the pump, in their wallets, at the grocery store, and their businesses. And now we're talking about another thing just to prevent President Trump from getting elected.
Yeah.
This is really all it's about.
Yeah, Congresswoman, President Trump released a statement saying, quote, "These are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home in Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida is currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents." A lot of people are saying, why didn't they just give him a subpoena? Why didn't they just talk to his attorneys who they're working with? Why go to this extent? Do you think that this is solely because Democrats are afraid the president will run in 2024?
Oh, of course. They know he's a front runner. They know that right now in 2024, he's going to get elected. He's going to win. And it's going to be the tables are going to turn on them because we're actually going to go after them. Unfortunately, in the first term, Trump was so besieged by these people. In fact, in 2018, when I was in my first term in Congress, I teamed up with a bunch of members of Congress, including Matt Gaetz, former Congressman, now Governor Ron DeSantis. And we put together a letter and sent it to Christopher Wray, the FBI director, sent it to then Attorney General Sessions. And we said, here are the things that we think are violated, potentially crimes by Hillary Clinton, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, James Comey. All these people have basically admitted worse than you could ever bring, worse things that could ever happen to President Trump for what they're trying to bring him down for. And yet nothing happened. Nothing. No prosecution. And yet these people, McCabe is an analyst on TV. Hillary Clinton walks free. And where's President Trump? They're saying, oh, there's some documents that we think that were classified.
We still have
look, there were P-tapes too.
Crazy
Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
it's really terrible.
Now they're using the process as the punishment. That fortunately he's a billionaire.
Exactly.
And he can actually
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So Congressman Claudia Tenney, we appreciate you being here today.
Thanks so much.
All right, folks.
JP Morgan's CEO is warning that an economic hurricane is coming. Are you preparing? If you don't do anything, your 401k could be a 201k, and that is not good. So call our trusted friends at Lear Capital. For 25 years, Lear has helped investors own gold to protect against market chaos. It's a good thing. They can help you too. Get your information and up to $15,000 in bonus IRA gold. Just call this number, 800-880-4300. That's 800-880-4300.